show you how to get really fast, easy waves. Especially with bangs, it's nice to have that kind of Betty Page look. Or even if you have one length hair, you can do this style. And my hair is extremely long, as I always mention in my videos, but this can be done on any length. And I just love showing people with long hair as well how to do this because it's really hard to find ways of holding your curl. And I find this curling iron and styling solution is just awesome together. So the name of the curling iron, this is what it looks like. It's a rotating, spinning curling iron in 2 different directions. It's super hot, ceramic base. It's a Salontech Spinstyle Pro Automatic curling iron. So it's like a big mouthful. But at the end of this video, I'll put a link, not a link, but I'll just give you a reminder of the name so that you can spell it and Google it, as well as I found mine at Sally's for $25. And the girl there was telling me that nobody could figure out how to use it, and the one girl who tried it tangled her hair. And I actually find this really easy, so I think this is an amazing tool that a lot of people don't know about for vintage hair. So I got mine for $25. They retail usually at $80 and plus because I was looking for a second one to use on people. And I was like, wow, so I really got a great deal. So keep your eye out. They will sell them off if people aren't buying them. But I also checked Amazon, and this company is selling it, or selling through Amazon, this curling iron for $70 on sale. So that's really good too. So I recommend checking that out. But first I'll show you how I did my waves and how easy they are. I've sectioned my hair just because I want to put in this styling spray I also got from Sally's. I'm not promoting Sally's, it's just by my house. It's easy to get to, and when I'm traveling and working, if I lose something in terms of a spray or something, I know where to find it or get it. And I already know their products, and they're pretty reasonable, and you can get a membership there. Anybody can. And I think when you first join up, you get $5 off your first purchase. So I think that's really cool. I think it's economical, and I just like to tell people about that because I'm always looking for ways of saving money. And with my amount of hair, and I'm always trying to play with different things. So anyway, if I can give you some info and share it, this is what I'm doing. It's called Styling Spray Starch. It's by a company called Ion. It's one of the brands they sell at Sally's Beauty Supply. And I always like to make sure the nozzle's clean, because if it isn't, it gives like a splatter spray and you get chunks stuck in your hair. So I'll give it a little shake. I'm almost at the end of my bottle too, so that's another reason why it'll kind of splatter when it sprays. But I separated my hair because I like to run it through, and I just hold it out and spray down. And then I'll take a wide tooth comb and just run it through to help even out the product. And then I'm going to take the second section down, and I'm going to do the same thing. And I don't coat it super heavy. I just do an even amount, and I try to do it lightly because it does make your hair really hard, as you can see. So I will comb through that. I have some old hair going on here, so hang on. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm going to split the hair in half from the back. I like to keep the hair organized and clean as much as possible. I find when I do my own hair, it's very easy to get tangled and then flustered and then just frustrated. And if you have really long hair, you probably know that what that's like. So I'm going to grab another elastic. If I can find one. Here we go. Actually, here's a big one. And I'm just going to section, you can take half, maybe just the first section. I take a 1-inch section, and then I'm going to go like that. And I find this works really well on curly hair, frizzy hair, everything. And then with the styling spray, it's just like magic. So I basically hold the section out about 1 inch. The smaller the better. You can get more defined curls. And you just got to be patient. So there's 2 controls, 2 different arrows. I'm going to face the iron towards me, and this side I'm going to click this arrow, and I'm going to curl it in. And I've taken it about 1 inch or 2 inches away from my head. I've curled it in. I'm making sure the ends wind up. I just let go by stopping and I roll in, and that's it. And then if you're unsure about which direction you're going, because you are doing your own hair, you can just test by going like this and seeing the direction it's going in. And that way you don't hurt yourself either. Your hair doesn't get tangled. So now I'm going to go the opposite direction and just let go. You can go one full sweep or you can click out like I was doing in the beginning. But you can see what an amazing ringlet it does with very little effort. So I'm taking another 1-inch section. I am elasting my hair just really lightly, getting it out of the way because it will tangle, it will get caught as you roll this up. And I start midway, I just let it do its thing. And I'm watching the ends. I find when I get the ends in there, it curls really well, and then I'm letting go and rolling it in. So I'll go a little slower for the next one in case that's a little too fast. And then I'm just checking to make sure I'm clicking the arrow in the right direction. And then I'm just letting go. And then I'm going to do another section. I'm doing 1 inch. And my hair is layered, so as I go towards the back, it's going to get longer and the curls will look longer. So it's important to section the hair and flip this back. And then it's also really important as to where you grab it. So once again, facing me, arrows this way. I'm going to start right about here. And I've got the hair right about here above the prongs. And then I just press the arrow up. See how it grabbed it? So what we're going to do is I'm going to take one of my huge clips and I'm just going to clip it to keep that out of the way. Okay, once again, facing me, I'm going to go 1 inch or 2 away from my scalp. I'm going to roll in, or should I say press the button and let it roll in. Now this looks a little bit messed up to me, so I'm going to undo it. It's that easy. I'm going to grab it again. I'm going to let it grab it. I'm going a little further out. So that's all it's going to grab it, and then it's tucking my head in. So I don't like that roll. I'm going to take it out. I'm going to brush it. And part of it is I can feel the solution getting stiffer. So I'm going to try it again. And so I am a little further away from my head. I want to make sure the ends go in. So I'm going to stop and I'm going to roll it in. And that way I don't burn myself. And then I try to make my curls about the same even length. And I'm being really picky because of the video, but this you can do really fast. It takes me less than 10 minutes to do these curls and waves, and with the bangs they look really cute. And even if your hair's shorter, it's a fun way that I think a lot of people don't know about to do kind of a vintage wave. So got another section. I'm going to put an elastic around this back piece. As I get to the back, it gets harder for me because I can't see what I'm doing and the pieces are longer. So I have natural curl in my hair, so it helps for me with volume. I don't have to pin my hair up. But the solution really helps hold the curl and take all the frizz out, which is hard if you have curly hair and long hair. You'll know that it's hard to get that frizz out. Okay, and I'm just twisting it in without pressing. It doesn't need to be, you don't need to hold it long. The ceramic is amazing. It just grabs the hair. Now, because this is a harder section, I'm going to split it even more. Because it's so long, I'm going to go right about there. I'm going to test out which way I'm spinning. There we go. I can see it grabbing. And I've curled my hair all in the same direction. I'm curling it all in. You can go in the opposite direction if you want. This just works for me. I like the look, and I'm going to make it all curl in and down. Whereas if you curl the opposite direction, you can make it bounce out. So there's so many things you can do with this. Now I'm going to press, make sure I got the arrow in the right direction, and slowly let out. And you can see, look at that, compared to the length of my hair, which as you can see is almost at my waist. So we got one last piece, and I've managed to keep it all nice and clean and in small sections. So once again, iron facing me, and I'm going to go right about here. Whoop, I'm going to test out which way I'm spinning. I'm going to hold it out a little bit so it doesn't get tangled. As you can see, I'm going to be safe. And just grab your pieces and clip them. They don't have to be tight, just loose, just so it doesn't catch, because this will catch. And I'm going to go back in there. You can guesstimate where I'm aiming the iron. So now I can feel it really pulling. I want it to grab those ends, and it did. So I'm just going to roll in. And that way, once again, I don't risk burning myself or getting the hair tangled. And I got a nice clean roll. Now I just pull it in. Now I'm going to test it, make sure I got the right direction out. And I'm going to roll out. And they're perfect. And you can see how I didn't spend much time holding it. And that's what's so amazing about the ceramic. So I'm going to take the clip out. And I can just leave that. And let those sit. Because I have the volume, I don't have to clip it. But if you're worried about, your hair holding, you could roll it and clip it. But for the sake of this video, I'm not going to film myself doing my whole head. It does go quite quickly, but I only have a certain amount of time. So anyway, I'm going to show you what it looks like with the whole head curled. Here's a little update. As you can see, I've gone all the way around, and I'm on my last pieces on this side. And so I have curled my whole head. And as you can see, it's quite long. So I'm going to gently comb through. And I keep in mind, let's see, look at that. I curled in and under, so I wanted it to go in that direction. And you can see how it's just holding and springing. Really pretty. I'm going to do this side. And I still have my hair split in half to make it easy to work with and to show you guys. All right. So I'm also going to do a little of the pomade that I use. You can use any kind. This is just the one I have on hand. It's called Illuminating Pomade. I find it gives a little shine. You can see in here I had some on my bangs earlier today. I cut my bangs. So I just use it to sculpt and shape these curls. And I don't have to be too gentle with them. They seem to hold. And I've styled them so that they all kind of roll in and under. And I just like to get these frizzies off the top. So I could leave it like right about here and have these curls, or I can take a brush and brush them a little bit to make them more uniform and less spacey. It just depends what you want. I like the spacey, and this is also quick. See how it just fanned it out? You can do this really quickly just on your ends. For the video, I did them all around, all the way up. But I like how it has the long bounce. And this will hold all day until tomorrow. So that's pretty amazing. I don't know if you can see that. But I will show you a final picture.